musical instruments. It's all very well and good to be a musician, but it's gone when you're gone. The instruments, on the other hand, last lifetimes. They pass through hands and hands and hands, bringing beauty over generations. So the Appalachian School of Luthier here is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And it's tied in with the Artisan Center that is displaying the heritage of our region, Eastern Kentucky, right here. And we're also celebrating the Troublesome Creek String Instrument Company, which is a new venture that is creating state-of-the-art instruments, string instruments that are absolutely gorgeous. They ring like bells. So with me tonight is Randy Wilson, who's going to be leading off. We've got a cornucopia of talent here. Randy's been a voice in this region for many and many a year. He was working in the schools in the region, and he had a long-running WMMT radio program, Kids Songs, that was just absolutely wonderful. It began with that kalimba and that beautiful voice of Randy's, that well-modulated voice, and the next thing you know, you were enchanted by the sounds of these stories that Randy had collected and the music that he brought to it. So this is a wonderful, fitting way to begin the evening with this music of Randy Wilson. And I'm delighted to be here with you all. Send those checks. Randy Wilson.
Thank you, Ron. Well, it's kind of fitting that I'm beginning tonight to put this all in context. This part of the world here in eastern Kentucky has long been noted for guitar players and singers and fiddlers and banjo pickers. So I'm going to play one from the beginning of the Hindman Settlement School in this little town of Hindman. A fellow named Cecil Sharp came from England in 1917 to put down and collect all the old songs that came from the old country. And he ran into a young woman from here named Ada Smith. She played a banjo, and she sang this song for them. It enthralled them. And there was a woman named Dame Olive Campbell from the Campbell Folk Music School in North Carolina. They were entranced by her singing, and they spread this song around. And it's become, from, we believe, Ada Smith singing and playing, one of the lexicon of the old ballads of this of the country. I'm playing it on a gourd banjo, long history from African Americans who brought it across the waters to the mountains. This old song passed on by Ada Smith a long time ago, and so many that followed her. Twas in the merry month of May, when green buds were swelling. Oh, William on his deathbed lay, for love of Barbara Allen. He sent his servants to the town, to the place where she was dwelling. Our master's sick and bid you come, if your name be Barbara Allen. So slowly, slowly she got up, and slowly she drew nigh him, and the only words to him did say, young man, I think you're dying. Do you recall in yonder town, to the tavern where we were drinking, you gave a toast to the ladies all, but you slighted Barbara Allen. Yes, I recall in yonder town, in the tavern we were drinking, I gave a toast to the ladies all, but my love I gave to Barbara Allen. He turned his head to the wall, for death was in him a swelling. Adieu, adieu to my friends all. Be kind to Barbara Allen. As she was walking through the town, she heard the death bells knelling, and every note it seemed to say, hard-hearted Barbara Allen. Oh, mother, mother, make my bed, but make it long and narrow. Sweet William died for me today. I'll die for him tomorrow. Oh, they were buried in the old churchyard, together neath the tower. Out of William's grave there grew a rose, out of Barbara Allen's briar. They grew and grew in the old churchyard till they could grow no higher. And they entwined in a lover's knot, and the rose grew round the briar. And the rose grew round the briar. Barbara Allen. Now, I'm told that back in those days, most of the banjo pickers were women here in Knott County. Of course, little known to the outside world, played on their porches. And they said there was one woman who could play, and she would just wave her hand over the instrument, and she would all play with her left hand. Everything with her left, and just wave. People were mesmerized to watch her hand, and she'd be playing a tune, but all with her left hand. So many styles that kind of escaped us, but here's one little style that has not a little brushstroke style in this banjo. This banjo is made in 1880s. It's a fretless banjo during the minstrel period, and I'm going to do one of the minstrel songs called "Take Your Time, Miss Lucy." And I hit down and try to hit that banjo head like a drum. It is a drum, as a matter of fact. Oh, take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. My father is a baker. My mother needs the dough. Sister plays a fiddle. I strum the old banjo. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. I know a gal in Memphis. She comes from way down south. She bundles up her hair so tight she cannot close her mouth. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. He was idle, some and shifty, fractious as a jay, and so she slapped him winding and sent him on his way. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. Taught her down the old dirt road, a little scatter wit. He said, me dads and dog my cats, that woman sure can hit. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. Take your time, Miss Lucy. Take your time, Miss Lucy, long. Take your time, Miss Lucy. I'll give it back to Ron here for the next act. Long history of this kind of music coming down to us. right here in the mountains. We're going to have the next person up. Yeah. Okay, there you go, Ron.
Here he is. A pleasure to be back here. And
welcome back. We're here where the phones are ringing. They're answering phone calls right now. Donations coming in, but we need more. And to do that, it's 606-785-ARTS. And hopefully we just keep them coming until 8 o'clock tonight. And I know all the money we said is going to a good cause. And you all just had a big achievement here recently.
We did. We were one of CNN's Champions of Change. Like 10 are chosen across the U.S. One of them is us. And the story has to do with the culture of recovery and how it started and how it propelled into the Troublesome Creek Stringed Instrument Company.
There's a lot of beauty in southeastern Kentucky. We have a saying around here that every holler is a home to someone's weary soul. Troublesome Creek got its name for the most obvious of reasons. In rainy times, it tears out bridges and roads when it gets really, really angry. Well, it's a pretty good metaphor if the downturn of the coal industry taking away all the good jobs, and of course the opioid epidemic. I am a master luthier. Luthery is the art of stringed instrument making. Hindman, Knott County, Kentucky, is considered by many to be the birthplace of the mountain dulcimer. When I first came down to establish the Appalachian School of Luthery in 2012, and then came Earl.
When I did my first Oxycontin, I felt like it would ease the pain and make it easier for me. The pain from failure, the not believing in myself. I was in jail for 9 months. I've been through 5 different drug treatment facilities. I had a love for woodwork. I knew I had a love for guitars.
He said, I need you to teach me how to make guitars. And I said, well, that's no problem. That's what we do. And he said, no, you don't understand. I need to come and do this.
I was probably headed for death that time. How many more chances do you get in life?
There was some discussion about the wisdom of bringing people in addiction into our studios.
He's like, we're going to give you a chance. Don't let us down. What was supposed to have been a 1-year Artisan residence turned into a 6-year relationship. I've built over 70 instruments at this point. Art releases something deep inside of you you don't know you have. In woodworking, I was able to see the flaws, but turn them into features. I grew in self-confidence. I'm still sober 8 years later.
We actually took our experience with Earl and using that as a spring line. The staff of the Appalachian Artisan Center created the Culture of Recovery program, which was designed to host people in recovery in our studios, our blacksmith, pottery, and luthery studios. We don't do the difficult work that the recovery centers do. We don't take people in who need to go through detox. They do that, and heroically. What we do is we accept people into our studios when they've phased into a place where that's useful to them.
I've never really completed anything before in my life, and it's actually turned out to be a pretty nice piece of the artwork.
With my drug court clients that participate in the program, the recidivism rate is very low. I would consider it to be 10% or less. They're learning skills, they're learning patience, they're building relationships, and they're going to have a finished product in their hand.
Troublesome Creek Stringed Instrument Company is an extension of our school that allow us to bring people from the recovery community into full-time employment.
My life today is bigger than I ever dreamed imaginable. I went back and got a master's degree in network security, from an addict to director of information technology. So today I get to work with addicts, It's amazing to see people's lives change. Doug believed in me. He was able to show me a lot of things that I couldn't see in myself. I feel like God put Doug in this town.
Now a remarkable act. Tyra Madison. Well, the music here is in people's genes for generations. She grew up in a family with all kinds of music, and kindergarten it was. She won her first talent contest, sing that Jimmy Davis, governor of Louisiana at the time, "You Are My Sunshine," and she is sunshine on a rainy day here. She was a talent from that point on, worked with the Kentucky Opry, and then her recordings happened. Right Girl at the Wrong Time, one of those wonderful songs with a hook. She's been at Nashville. She went to Belmont and was a voice major there at a remarkable college that is business school and music school both, the two largest buildings on campus, and a remarkable way to get an education in music, but also the business end of things. So Tyra Madison, we're just delighted to have you here on our telethon tonight for a very, very good cause, from roots to recovery. So, Tyra Madison.
Like the weather, I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, I know it's coming. Just waiting for the thunder to roll. I can see, I can see the warning signs, and I can feel, I can feel you slipping by. Oh, it's just another day standing in the rain, and ain't nothing new to me. Hurting more to stay, hard to walk away. Why don't you lay on the line? Shake these hearts so we can live. Well, I'm done fighting. There's something we know won't be. The storm clouds sky needs to pass all that, so a new rainbow can shine. Lay on the line. I don't know. Holding on, staying strong, something that's already gone. Oh, it's just another day standing in the rain, and ain't nothing new to me. Hurting more to stay, hard to walk away. Why don't you lay on the line? shock these hearts so we can. Well, I'm done fighting. 'Cause something we know won't be safe. Storm cloud sky needs to pass on by, so a new rainbow can shine. Lay on the lightning. Let go, let lay on the lightning. It's on my phone and it's messing up. No, you're so good. It's just that my phone is locked. I want to start by thanking the Artisan Center for having me for such this good cause. Like he said, I'm from here. This is home. I grew up here in Knott County in Hindman, Kentucky, and it's so great to be home. This next song is my newest single. It's called Ain't That Lonely Tonight. You can check it out on all music platforms. I can call you up, 'cause I'm a little drunk. Boy, you know I still got your number. All I have to say is I know it's late. I need you, I'm coming over. I can grab my keys, you're just down the street. 5 minutes, we're right there beside you. Let me pull you in, kiss after kiss, till we see the sun start rising. I ain't that lonely tonight. I just hate crossing that line. You heard me for the last time, and I ain't that lonely, no, I ain't that lonely tonight. Oh, you could pour some wine, turn down the lights, start a fire, we know it's still burning. You can take my breath, make me forget, and forgive just like you deserve it. I could be that girl, yeah, if I wanna. Oh, I could fall into you, but I ain't gonna, no. I ain't that lonely tonight. I just hate crossing that line. You heard me for the last time, and I ain't that lonely, no, I ain't that lonely tonight. Oh, I can rock your world, but I don't wanna. I could be your girl, but I ain't gonna, no. I ain't that lonely tonight. I just hate crossing that line. You heard me for the last time, and I ain't that lonely, no, I ain't that lonely tonight. Again, thanks to Artisan Center for having me here. I actually grew up here, like I said, and when I was younger, I would sing at a thing called Pickin' and Grinnin', so I grew up on bluegrass music, and it's good to hear it right now. We have great people coming next. Thank you so much for having me.
Tyra, that was wonderful. Picking and grinning. If you don't know, it's one of those things that the Human Resources Center right next door here had all kinds of bluegrass that would take place every night there. It was wonderful. Well, the Appalachian region, we always think about it as, those mountains. And we seldom think of what happens across the Ohio River, Cincinnati, or even places like Chicago or Detroit, where Appalachian people traveled often for jobs, for work, World War II, and Cincinnati was a real hotbed for Appalachian music. That's why this movie that's come out in 2019, it's getting all kinds of airplay. Minor music is really an extraordinary way of looking at who we are as Appalachians and our musical heritage. Dan Gellert, one of the finest old-time musicians around from Ohio, was part of that music. And then Ma Crow, a remarkable musician up in Cincinnati. Her band, the Lady Slippers, are terrific, and Ma Crow brings all kinds of traditional music to this, bluegrass, old-time, and was a major part of that soundtrack. So we're going to really enjoy hearing a little bit of Ma Crow now. And if you have a chance, see that movie, Mountain Miner. Now, Ma Crow.
Sometimes in the evening I'll remember the quiet places where we used to play, the cool green mossy stream, the yellow poplar tree, where we carved our names one summer day. As I look out on the horizon, as the twilight fades to darkness, I still see them in my memory. I hear the whispering of the leaves, I hear the mountain calling me, hear the wind in the poplar tree, softly calling, calling in my dreams. 200 million years in ice and rain and snow, 200 million years beneath the stars, for valleys, hills and streams, for all the live and breathe, it'll take 10,000 years to heal the scars. As I look out on the destruction, it'll never be the way it was before. A mountain's supposed to be forever. There's nothing you can count on anymore. As I look out on the horizon, where are those hills that sheltered me? As the twilight fades to darkness, I still see them in my memory. I hear the whispering of the leaves, I hear the mountain calling me, hear the wind in the poplar tree,
Welcome back. We're here at the phone banks. I mean, we need some phone calls here, some donations. We've had an exciting night. We've heard some great music. It's been fun.
We have. I mean, this is the most entertainment I think we've seen in a long time. The last few months, you know, we've kind of just been hunkered down and not out doing the things that we want to do. So tonight, we hope you are enjoying all this music. But in order to keep on teaching people how to do this and do things with the arts, we need those donations. So 606-785-ARTS. Madison's going to talk to our phone bank, and we're going to go from there.
Yeah, we're going to come back here. We're going to go down to the phone bank. Judge Childers is down here. Kind of tell us, you've been here for a while tonight. Kind of tell me about why you decided to come out here to the phone bank.
Well, I have a personal connection with the culture of recovery. It's a resource that my court utilizes, so I'm honored that Ms. Boyd asked me to come down and man the phones tonight to encourage donations for this wonderful program.
And we've had some phones ringing. They're excited to donate for a cause like this, and you work with it personally. What does it mean for these people that you see with this program, using this program?
With a lifeline, it gives them an opportunity to create something beautiful. It gives them the opportunity to be mentored by the master craftsmen in more ways than one. It's just a beautiful program.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time to do this tonight. And we're going to be out here until 8 o'clock, so make sure to donate. That's 606-785-ARTS, and we will go back over to the music.
And here we are with, next to me, Nicholas Jamerson, one of the remarkable voices and presences of East Kentucky. You know, it used to be said that if you toss a rock up in the air in Knott County, it'd land on a musician no matter what. And that's pretty much true. There's so much talent and so much heritage in these hills. Nicholas Jamerson is what I'd like to call modern hillbilly. And I use that term with great pride. I mean, you can sugarcoat it and call it a Mountain William, but he's hillbilly as they come. I heard him singing a little bit here, and I went, Lord, you know, Tyler Childers needs to sing with him. I mean, we were talking about that. The two voices together would just drip with East Kentucky passion and beauty. Oh, amazing. Well, Nicholas Jamerson's fine by himself, a wonderful musician, singer, songwriter, but he also plays with band Mountain Jays, and it is such a pleasure to have you here and get to hear you play some music on this wonderful From Roots to Recovery, the Telethon for the Appalachian Artisan Center and the culture of recovery. Nicholas, take the stage here.
Thank you, sir. I've been feeling these good vibrations shaking me down to my core. Feels like life everlasting, it's everything I've been asking for. Nobody's gonna get me down, you can poke or prod me, try to run me out of town, but I won't be bothered. I was raised with Bibles thumping, ringing out inside my head. Heaven's a place that I can count on, but I ain't waiting till I'm dead. Nobody's gonna get me down, you can poke or prod me, try to run me out of town, but I won't be bothered. Mountains have a sacred spirit, feel it everywhere you go. It's in the water, trees, and people, as above, so below. Nobody's gonna get me down, you can poke or prod me, try to run me out of town, but I won't be be bothered. Song's about having a good attitude. This one is goes out to Christy Boyd. It's a song about unconditional love and loving somebody even when you know everything about them. You sure got this old heart stirring with every single step and breath you take. From the universe, nothing abounds you. You're like a gift sent from outer space. My darling, I have dreamt of you forever. I can't escape the truth of what I know. It's taken many times of me tumbling to know this garden's where I want to grow. My life was like a seed of inhibition, but now I feel like a flower in the sun. All's been stripped away, I know for certain that the life I want to live has just begun. My darling, I have dreamt of you forever. I can't escape the truth of what I know. It's taken many times of me tumbling to know this garden's where I want to grow. Yeah, the serpents, they have tried to take our spirit, feeding us the fruit of this new place. And though sometimes the weight comes in abundance, my love for you gets stronger every day. My darling, I have dreamt of you forever. I can't escape the truth of what I know. It's taken many times of me tumbling to know this garden's where I want to grow. Thanks for having me.
And now, some more music. Another wonderful performance. Brit Taylor, one of those people that grew up right within sight practically of Route 23, that country music highway that wends its way through our state. And more musicians, more country musicians have been born along that route, from the chocolate brown signs that you see for people along the way. But for every one of those musicians that's gone to Nashville, there are hundreds more that are just playing their hearts out in the hills here with presence and passion. And boy, that Nicholas Jamerson, you've got absolutely that presence that is absolutely wonderful. Well, Brit Taylor, talk about passion. I mean, she's very real. This is her most recent recording. The Real Me is coming out of something of a culture of recovery that we're dealing with here in ways very personal, autobiographical kind of music that finds its way in the song and is a remarkable expression. So we're going to listen to Brit Taylor now.
Don't tell you who I am. I built this big wall, nobody's gonna tear it down. If I let it fall, I'm hoping that you'll be around so I can show you the real me. I wanna show you the real me. Your world and my world might seem to be the same, but your hurt and my hurt, they're a different kind of pain. It's so hard, I'm so scarred, I've got a gun-shy heart. It used to be so free, I wish you'd seen it from the start. I wanna show you the real me. I wanna show you the real me. Maybe you laugh, maybe you cry, maybe you wipe a tear from my eye. Maybe you run, maybe you hide, maybe you love me for the rest of my life. I wanna show you the real me. 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 It's called Back in the Fire. You think by now I'd know leaving you has been a blessing. fire again. You run around and play instead, bringing home the bacon. You ain't worth the trouble that you're making. So back in the fire again. These flames are hypnotizing. It's no surprising I get burned. I feel that heat start rising. I know I get what I It started with an ember, a warm and tender little spark. I feel my soul surrender. We end up going in the dark. Back in the fire again. Back in the fire again. Back in the fire again.
Welcome back. We are still here. We're here till 8 o'clock. We've had a good time tonight. Had some great music. People have been calling in, but it's been fun.
Oh, it's been fun, and what I really like is when people call in with these donations. We had Danny Terry to call in and donate, and then challenged all guitar players.
There you go.
But you don't just have to play a guitar. You can play a mandolin or a dulcimer or any stringed instrument.
Okay, any instrument for that matter. Flute, we'll take it all.
We will. But we want to thank Lois Matus, who donated $5,000, and she specified that $2,500 would go for the lutherie and another $2,500 for blacksmithing. And blacksmithing holds my heart. Dan Eastep is our master blacksmith here, and anyone who's ever had a class with him knows what I'm talking about when he's just like Santa teaching you how to blacksmith. But Dan has also said that the next 3 people that donated $500 or more could have private lessons with him, and that is truly priceless.
I mean, I would be all up for that. It sounds so interesting. It sounds fun. So $500 or more, those donations, you get a free blacksmithing class.
The next 3. The next 3.
So we're going to wrap it up here. I think we're going to go back to music one more time, and we'll be back with maybe some totals.
Absolutely.
It's keep coming. We've got more music ahead. But before that, let me play just a little song. Randy, come on up here with that quilt. We've got a beautiful song here that's going to be part of the auction. This auction, you can access it on Facebook. Just go to the Artisan Center Facebook page, and you can bid on auctions, items like that. Why you might even be able to bid on Doug Nation Road right here. You want me to go
tree. Got 49 songs, ain't never heard. Half a dozen cousins gonna sing 'em like a bird. Ain't no one going out, no one coming in. When the cows come home, we're gonna run 'em off again. Got 4 pretty sisters putting out plates. Bubba's on the trash can, smoking like a freight. 3 young drunkles on the porch playing cards. 14 youngins there tussling in the yard. Daddy's in the mountain, he ain't coming down, 'cause Mama took his fiddle and she threw it on the ground. But now it's supper time. It's supper time. It's supper time. Sit down. Yes, it's supper time. It's supper time. It's supper time. Sit down. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Not Downtown Radio Television. Well, anyway, welcome to our event tonight. We're having a lot of fun. And one of the things that we've struggled with in the past year or two is being hard hit. Yeah, we're hard hit. Gary's hard hit. You know, the Troublesome boys are hard hit. I'm Doug Nacelrode. This is Gary Sloan, Doug Jones. We are the Troublesome boys. And it's been a heck of a year, ain't it?
Troublesome.
It's been a troublesome year. So we have a little song about what it's like to live in a place and a time where too many times you're described as being hard hit. Hard hit is what we are, the way a deer hits a car. The shining star doesn't fall down just right. A bad break when you're broke is just another dirty joke. It ain't funny, it blame sure ain't right. Hard hit is a surprise, smacks you right between the eyes, between your breakfast and a can of beer. And while you're thrashing all around, trying hard not to drown, that old devil talks right in your ear. I wanna fly like a bird, hear one decent word. I want to bank on a good thing to come.
Welcome back. We are in the last few minutes of this fundraiser for the Appalachian Artisan Center, and wonderful people like Linda Breathitt, who called in and gave us a donation from the Bluegrass Foundation, really are what is setting the bar for us tonight. We are getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of money, and that matters.
It does matter, and we have a couple minutes left, so a couple minutes to call. We're about $20,000. We want to get to $25,000, so we got about $5,000. So we need to hear these phones going off the hook. It's 606-785-ARTS. Now 606-785-ARTS, and I think we can do it. I know the people. I talk to a lot of people in the area every day, and I trust that they're going to pull through.
I know we can do it. That's how we put it into the universe. But your donation allows us to continue what you've seen tonight, and we are hearing from you. We know that you love traditional music as much as we like putting it out there for you. When the phones, they'll go until about a little after 8 probably, but remember that you can hit the artisancenter.net website. You can also find this on WYMT or Hometown 24, where it will have a link to our website. You can still donate. You can still pledge.
You can. And we've had a great night, so let's just finish it out right. And thank you all so much for tuning in and for donating tonight.
Dear, wanna fly like a bird, hear one decent word. I wanna bank on one good thing to come. Let me work a good plan, makes me feel like a man. When it comes to hope, I could sure use me some. Let me work a good plan till I can't even instead. When it comes to hope, I could sure use me some. Comes to hope, I could sure use me some. Thank you, thank you. Jam now. We can jam. All right, let's go. Down Hindman Town. Why don't you come back around? Is that what you want to do? My lucky day. Did the stars just turn around? Am I flying as high as a bird in the sky? Or am I slamming right into